Hey, morning, Abby.
Dad back from his trip yet?
Yeah, he should be here any minute.
I'll come back.
Hi, sweetheart. I got your message. What's going on? Hey.
Well, I have news about the park development. It is not good.
All right, go ahead. Just pull the Band-Aid off.
Newman Enterprises is behind the shell company.
Damn. Victor strikes again. You don't seem surprised. Well, no, are you? Nothing that man does shocks me anymore, but I thought he would at least have enough respect for Catherine to not pave over the park that has her name on it.
Dad is not going to like it when he finds out we're the ones.
It's just going to make him dig his heels in deeper.
He's not going to want to lose to the two outcasts of the family.
You're right. That might just give me more motivation to fight.
Story ideas. I will leave them with you to look over.
Well, no time like the present. You got a pen?
You're giving me notes?
I am the one that signs the checks.
Yeah, I forgot about all of your vast knowledge of television production. I'm sure that I will benefit me from all of your expertise.
I'm micromanaging, aren't I?
Just a little.
Funny, Ashley had the same complaint. Only that discussion was not quite so polite.
There you go, a dozen of our most decadent delights.
Perfect. Thank you.
What's the occasion?
It's a peace officer.
Word of advice, he prefers tequila.
Oh, we don't happen to have a dozen or so bottles stashed in the back, do you?
No, fresh out.
And these will have to do. And after putting hashtag back online without his say-so, I wanted to demonstrate what a team...
And not the kind of employee who would pass along confidential information that a Newman company was behind the Chancellor Park development.
Yeah, well, you never heard that from me, remember?
I'd hate to think of what you would have to buy Victor if he ever did find out.
So let's just pretend we never even spoke of it.
I'm grateful that that did happen, though. And I'd be happy to send a box of pastries to your source, but you haven't revealed who it is.
Yeah, my lips are sealed.
Well, they're perfect for kissing, then.
Thanks.
I see things have happened while I was gone.
Save Chancellor Park, stop the Newman development. Yeah, Nick's leading this crusade.
Is that so?
He found out about confronted me.
Some pushback.
Yeah, but not this fast. And now everything's just going to snowball.
You're not worried about a little bad publicity, are you?
Personally, no. I mean, when you pass out on live TV, there's nowhere to go but up. I tried to talk Nick down and explain all the reasons why this development makes sense, including that Catherine would have cheered it on herself.
You know, I understand why people are upset. In fact, I sympathize. What they're all forgetting is that the park may be named after Catherine, and I'm glad it is, but the land is owned.
Nick and others don't see it that way, apparently. They see us as the greedy corporation that's trying to desecrate a landmark that's been dedicated to one of their town's former residents.
Okay, well, I'm not about to destroy Catherine's legacy.
A fact which I tried to get through to my hard-headed brother. I mean, the plans clearly state a dedicated green space to Catherine. Show that. But he is intent on leading this crusade, so I think we have a fight on our hands, Dad.
You tell your brother to bring it on. No one is going to stop me from developing this project.
I think some of these are great ideas, and micromanaging or not, I am going to want some input.
If you insist, although I was not planning to be here this long, your mother's not going to stick security on me again, is she? I'm sorry. I was uncalled for.
I'm fine.
I apologize if I'm speaking out of turn, but I'm worried that maybe you're taking on a little too much at one time.
Wow. You're questioning my capabilities? Oh. You know what, Hillary? I can handle your show, Jabot, and my mother, all before lunch. I just put out a fire at Jabot and kept this conversation going at the same time. See, I can multitask with the best of them.
Are you telling that there hasn't been a time where you let something slide?
Okay, you got me there. Look, I realize this is going to require a certain level of balance, and maybe I haven't found that balance just yet.
I'm guessing that this has probably occurred to you that maybe, just maybe, that balance doesn't exist.
Abby, this involves you too. Would you please join us? Everyone gather around. What I have to say is very important, and I want it passed to all of your divisions. Now, it's come to my attention that someone has leaked information regarding a Newman Enterprises project to someone outside of the company. Subterfuge is despicable at any time, but it's especially galling when this company is under investigation. Now, this leak could jeopardize a deal that's been in the works for a long time. A deal that is confidential and compromised means that jobs here at this company are at risk.
I agree this is a serious violation. We need to find the responsible party and deal with them accordingly. Can you give us any other details?
I'd like to keep the specifics under wraps until we know that the leak is completely plugged. However, I do want you all to keep your eyes and ears open and report anything suspicious to me immediately. That's all. Thank you.
We should talk.
And why do we need to do that?
Not here, anywhere away from the office, but it has to be now. Come on.
Well, hello there.
Hey.
Christmas is 2 weeks away. We're in the home stretch.
Right.
Doesn't mean we can relax, though. Quite the contrary. In fact, I want you to check and then recheck our order management system.
Actually, there's something...
I'm thinking for those last-minute shoppers, we should offer free express shipping on all orders over $100. What do you think? You're so sweet. Thank you.
Those weren't me.
Oh, really? Well, then whom? Jack, an apology.
You guys had a disagreement?
You've had a clash with the Titans.
About what?
Oh, you know what? We've got too much going on to distract ourselves with that.
No, I can't handle any projects right now.
I know. Holidays are overwhelming, even for genius types like you. I can have somebody come in here and help you with your workload.
You'll need to have someone come in and replace me. I'm giving my notice.
Very, very funny.
It's not a joke.
You're quitting.
I am.
Have you looked at your contract? I'm pretty sure it's ironclad.
There's an opt-out clause. This is me opting out.
You're leaving me?
It's not personal. Really, it's not. It's business. I've been thinking for a while this would be the best thing for everyone. I got a job offer that is too good to refuse. It would be unfair to ask you to match it. It's a bigger title, more money, more benefits, the complete package.
We haven't said who this offer's from.
Victoria Newman. I'll be working for Newman Enterprises.
Send him in.
Victor!
Yep.
I brought you a welcome back gift. The audit of Newman Enterprises. The authorities came back with nothing. The company's clean.
As expected.
Yes, well, once they finish going over your personal accounts, assuming no red flag pops up, you and the company should be cleared alleged criminal involvement with Design Date.
Yes. Send her in.
Hello, Nikki.
Hello, Michael. Normally, I would want to chat with you, but you and I need a private moment. I'm sure he understands what the topic of the conversation will be.
I'll be in touch. Nikki?
Good to see you.
So you're here to discuss the park?
Chancellor Park. It was renamed in Catherine's honor, in case you have forgotten.
I'm surprised Nick lent you.
Well, it's just as much my fight as it is his. Frankly, I'm stunned that you're involved in this situation at all, considering the optics. I mean, you would be hard-pressed to find somebody in this town who didn't adore Catherine.
And you damn well know that I adored Catherine. I was very fond of her.
Well, then why are you trying to erase her memory?
I'm not going to do that. In fact, her name will be commemorated in the center of the new plaza.
Really?
Yeah.
What are you going to do, write her name with concrete? Oh, you could put a nameplate on the bench. If you want to commemorate her, the best thing to do is leave the park alone.
Okay, let me tell you something that obviously you didn't know. The park bears Catherine's name, but the land is owned by the city. There are various people who bid on it. I'm going to develop it beautifully and make a jewel out of it, okay?
Modest as always.
Do you actually know what's good for the city?
Actually, yes, I think I do. Fresh air, green grass, trees. That is what's best for the city.
Are you aware of the fact that the city's population is exploding and we need new housing?
Catherine was a champion for the homeless and the poor, and I can guarantee you she would not want her name associated with some overpriced condo.
And for your information, there'll be condos and apartments built for low-income renters.
You have no idea what this means, do you? You know what it means to the city? We're going to employ people. Entrepreneurs will come in, open new shops, and stimulate the economy. What don't you and Nicholas get about that? I wish you would realize that what I'm doing is a good thing.
Eventually, there's going to be a battle about this. But not only will you lose, but you'll lose big.
Okay, I think you're gonna break a rib.
Merry Christmas, Faith.
Same to you, Mr. Hamilton.
Have you finished writing your list to Santa Claus this year?
Pretty sure that was done in July.
But I did add an addendum before I mailed it. There's this really awesome engineering kit I saw at Benmore's.
Wow. Okay. Well, I sure hope that you find everything you want under your tree this Christmas.
Well, I should, because I've been extra good this year. Right, Dad?
I don't know.
Dad.
All right, you've been perfect most of the time.
Well, my friends are going ice skating in the park. Can you take me?
Can you see if your mom will take you? I have to hang out here for a little bit and talk to Mr. Hamilton about something very important.
Okay. Well, it was nice to see you, Mr. Hamilton.
You too, sweetie.
She's 11.
Good luck keeping up with her, man.
Yeah, you're telling me.
So what's going on, Nick? Why'd you want to meet?
Well, I'm sure you've heard by now the plans for Chancellor Park.
Yeah, I have.
Well, I'm heading up a campaign to stop my father's developers.
Your father? So it's Victor who wants to bulldoze my grandmother's memory like that. I thought those two were friends. Hell, I thought he and I were friends. He used to be my mentor all those years ago at the rec center. So much for loyalty.
My dad's only loyal to himself.
There was one thing when I thought he was a stranger, but now this changes things.
Well, you can stop all this right now, Devon.
How do you figure I'd do that? I don't have any claim to it. The park wasn't part of my inheritance, so the land belongs to the city.
Yeah, but you could use some of the money she left you to purchase the park and leave it as is.
Yeah.
I mean, it is a perfect solution, man.
Wish it were that simple.
What's the problem?
The problem is my company just purchased a PR firm, and Victor is one of our clients. I think it'll be a conflict of interest.
Yeah. Well, this Is there anything I can do to change your mind?
I wish I had an answer for you, Nick. I mean, I want you to still fight for what you think is right, but I can't get your hopes up.
Ashley, what brings you by?
Daddy, I can handle this.
Play nice.
Would you like to step down the hall? My office isn't ready yet.
Here's fine for what I have to say. Although you might want to contact your legal team to come join us.
Mom! Sweetie, I cannot take you skating.
But Peyton's going. And Gabriella, Addison, Jada, everyone.
The answer is no. I am too busy right now.
I can walk. It's not that far.
I'm not comfortable with that. And besides, I don't want you at the park unless I can be there. And right now, I can't. I'm too busy, but we will go another time. Promise.
This is so unfair. I don't have to be watched every second.
Okay, maybe I am being a little overprotective, but I've had some recent reminders that there are some not so nice people in the world.
Well, I don't want to be stuck here all day. So may I call Monique and ask her if she can give me a ride home?
Yes, you may. And someone needs a refill.
Hi, I'd like to request a cab, please. 815 Hyde Park. But don't pull up right in front. I'll be around the corner. I'd like to be dropped off at Chancellor Park. Thank you.
Well, you can huff and puff all you want. This isn't. Robbie starts here in 2 weeks.
You're very confident.
I anticipated your reaction, and I covered my bases. I knew that you'd be unhappy.
Well, obviously, you're trying to poach a very valuable team member.
Look, why don't we just cut to the chase, okay? Why don't you just come up with a number that makes you comfortable to compensate you for your loss at Chabot, and I'll write a check, and we can be done with this by lunchtime. I'll even throw in a meal voucher for the top of the tower. I know you like the chef.
I didn't come here for a free lunch, and I didn't come here for your money. This isn't a stunt, Victoria. I'm not going to let you steal our top IT employee.
Robbie Chabot contract states that he can leave for a better deal. Isn't that right, Michael?
Give me a minute. I'm still reading.
Don't waste your time, Michael. Robbie has a non-compete clause, which means that he can't just pack up his things and walk across the street to Newman. I will sue you to keep him just where he is.
I don't need to read the fine print to know that that clause doesn't apply. Newman is not a Chabot competitor.
You weren't before you purchased Brash and Sassy, but now you are.
I apologize. That took a little longer than I thought.
How is she?
Today's a pretty good day.
Watching your mother succumb to a disease isn't easy. But I do admire everything that you're taking on.
Thanks.
But Chabot is a huge company. People need a leader, and they can't see uncertainty at the top.
You're talking about Ashley trying to kill our sponsorship deal or show? Well, we had it out on that one, big time. And judging from the fact that you're here, I guess you know how it ended.
Although, if I was in your sister's shoes, I probably would have reacted the same way. Jack, you walked away from your company, and then you had second thoughts. I mean, she thought she was running the company. And then all of a sudden, the big kahuna comes in and says, oh, no, not so fast, sweetie.
Wow, tell me what you really think.
I'm sorry. That was just a little bit of my inner feminist coming out. I am happy that Bo is sponsoring the show. But you need to ask yourself this one question, and it will put all of this into perspective for you.
Okay, and what is that?
What do you want? Because I would sacrifice anything for just one more day with my mother. So I understand why you want to be there for years.
I have to do this. I need to help her. No, I want to help her. I love my mother. And in a different way, I love Joe. And balancing the two is not out of the question. I just haven't figured out a way to do it just yet.
Is Devon stepping up? Is he buying the park?
I'm not sure. I know he's thinking about it.
Okay, well, I'll keep my fingers crossed for you that everything works out.
Well, if he does, this whole problem is going to be behind us.
So you went to see Devon while Nikki went to see Victor.
Picked up on that, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, thought that'd be for the best. If I'd gone with Mom, then the focus goes on my relationship with my dad and not the park. And I don't want anything to overshadow this issue.
I think that's a very mature attitude.
Can't say I wasn't tempted, because I was. But for today, at least, I am not going to make this a father-son problem.
Okay, so talk to me.
I don't want to freak you out.
Well, then you shouldn't have just said that, because now unless what you're going to tell me isn't as bad as what I think you're going to tell me, but what I think you're going to tell me is like really, really, really bad. So, okay, this is where you say I'm wrong about where this is going?
Yeah, I can't do that.
Alika Newman, the person that Victoria is hell-bent on crucifying?
Technically, it's you.
My office, please. Is that Victoria on the phone? So I'm assuming that she told you there's no longer a job waiting for you at Newman.
She did. But how?
I went over there and I handled the issue.
You fought for me?
Kind of wondering why I bothered, though, since your loyalty is so insignificant.
I am loyal to this company and, more importantly, to you. When I accepted Victoria's offer, I was trying to do right by us.
Wait, you quit because of me?
I know the only thing holding us back from sharing something deeper is the fact that I work for you. You're a busy woman, you had a lot on your plate, I get that. So if I backed off here, it might make it easier for you.
Well, I'd rather have you here than anywhere. And since I'm the boss, I get to decide whether or not there's a conflict, and I think they should stay.
I don't really have a choice.
True. You don't. We can talk about this later, but right now I have a meeting.
Was it hard to get Victoria to back off?
Not when I threatened to sue. Jabot rarely enforces his non-compete clause. I was willing to go to the mat for you.
I'm handing out one of these to every customer who comes in here. You know, it's a shame that Victor needs to destroy Genoa City landmarks in the name of progress.
Yeah, it is unfortunate, but, you know, we can't be too sure of his motives yet.
Or are you on his side now?
Well, no, I'm saying there's always two sides to everything.
Well, in my opinion, when it comes to Victor, there's a right side and a wrong side, and he is wrong about this.
Well, thank you for the coffee, Sharon.
You're welcome. Don't forget your flyer. You know that Catherine meant a lot to you.
Yeah, of course she did. And believe me, I know that this park represents her, not just to me, but to a lot of people in this community. I realize that. And she'd always love when people would gather there to celebrate any kind of life event. And it's kind of a big slap in the face to her memory to just want to put some buildings up in its place.
Well, have you thought about
Using my own money to buy it?
the money that she left you?
It's funny, Nick just asked me that same question.
And?
And I have a lot to consider.
You realize you put me in a terrible position at work.
Oh, slow down. This is why I didn't want to do it at the office. Making a scene isn't going to be helpful. You need to tone it down.
Are you trying to manage me?
I'm only trying to explain calmly and quietly.
Well, I'm waiting.
This all started when Sharon was trying to help Nick save that park.
So you came to me asking me about the company behind the development.
I have my suspicions that there was a Newman connection.
And then when you got your answer, you ran to Sharon. You used me. And now I'm on the hook. And the second that Victoria finds out, she's going to fire me.
Look at me. I won't let that happen. I promise.
Time for another cup?
Yeah, sure. Another one won't kill me.
Seem a little off.
I just have a few things on my mind, so.
Sure.
Nah, it's not worth getting into. How you doing?
No. Nice try. We are friends. And friends let each other vent. You helped me when I had a bad day. Now it's your turn. You're on the air, caller.
It's mostly about something that I know in my gut is the right thing to do. But I'm not sure if Neil's going to be on board with it.
Have you even discussed it with him?
You know how Moses and Sophia, they moved to New York?
Yeah, they worked it out so that she could take a job there.
Well, Sophia just got in a pretty bad car accident.
Oh, my God.
And she's fine, but the recovery is going to take a minute. And Neil went there to help out with Moses.
I'm so sorry that you guys are going through all of this.
It's okay. Just to reiterate, this is not for the Hillary Hour.
You have my word. Besides, if I wanted to run the story, I would have to run it by my new boss.
New boss? You found a sponsor?
Well, since you said that you wouldn't back the money truck up to the studio, I had to look elsewhere. After a few misses, someone came to my rescue. You.
Thanks for the flowers. They're pretty.
Ash, I hate fighting with you.
Yeah, I don't like it that much myself, Jack. And maybe I owe you a flower or two for some of the things I said.
You're home a little earlier than expected?
I want to check on Mother.
Oh, Mother's doing okay right now. By the way, she really enjoyed her time with you yesterday. The part of it she remembers anyway. And I appreciate you looking after her. I do. I know I kind of tossed her in your lap, and that wasn't good for her.
Jack, she's my mother, too. And I enjoyed the time I spent with her. It also made me see things a little differently where that argument was concerned, so.
Tracy, in her infinite wisdom, suggested that maybe it wasn't all or nothing, that maybe we could actually compromise. To that end, I'd like you to see something.
Work order? What designs? I don't get it. Oh, wait, this is the Jabot Lab.
I've had this in the work for some time now. The way I see it, by New Year's, that lab will be back to its former glory.
Jack, this is an amazing design.
And long overdue. That lab has needed a reworking for some time now.
How did you sneak this past me?
Oh, I have my ways. I know you love working down there, building new products that keep Jabot on top. Now with Brash and Sassy gone, I thought you should have a state-of-the-art lab once again. Look, I've always felt that your greatest value to the company is the work you do there.
And that's where you think I should go. Full-time.
Shocker. Dad didn't budge.
I'm sorry I wasn't able to change his mind. How did your efforts go?
I put flyers in every service I could find, but it wouldn't surprise me at all if Dad hired someone to follow me around and take him down.
Seems like you've hit a dead end, and maybe it's time to back off.
Absolutely not.
No. It's just find another way to stop Victor.
Look, Nick doesn't know I'm the one that gave Sharon the information about Newman. And Sharon doesn't know that I got my information from you.
I need a scorecard to keep up with all of this.
You're twice removed from ever being connected to this leak. And even if Victoria ever gets even remotely close, it won't matter.
You did hear the part about Victoria firing me.
Look, if it comes out, I'll step up, admit it's my fault, and I'll keep your name out of it.
You'd do that for me.
I regret it even came this far.
You know, for a minute, I was worried that you were,
What's setting you up? Look, I hope you know better now.
It does not get more complex. You are caught between looking out for your company or stepping in to help save Chancellor Park. When you boil it down, it's doing right by the Newmans or doing right by Catherine. Ugh, I would not want to be you.
Thanks. That's all you got for me?
Uh-huh.
Since when do you hold back and put it in your two...
Well, since we both know that you already made up your mind, but you just haven't said it out loud yet, we both know what your next move is.
Act like you know me. All right. Well, if I'm gonna beat Victor, how high should I bid?
Ashley forced my hand. I had to rescind the offer that I made to Ravi.
Well, I commend you for trying to up the tech game. But I think in the end it is just as good that you didn't push hard. We would have had a conflict, we would have made it to the press, and we've had enough bad publicity for a while. I want this park project to go through.
You're right. The last thing that we need is a civil war with Chabot distracting us.
Yes. Send him in.
Oh, hey.
Hey, Dad's good news about the audit.
Well, unfortunately, I may have jumped the gun.
What are you talking about?
Oh, well, the authorities may have cleared the corporate accounts, but apparently the audit is still open.
Why?
The auditors found anomalies in one of Victor's personal bank accounts.
What do you mean, what anomalies?
You know what? Word of this just came across my desk minutes ago. I've got nothing but generalities for you.
They're grasping at anything to charge me. It's pathetic.
I don't know what I expected, but I certainly didn't expect you to be disappointed.
Give me a break. I had complete control of the company for 1 minute, and then the next
And
minute...
the next, you get to do what you love doing in your lab.
You say so.
Ash, if you and I both do what we do best,
Please,
this
don't
company
sugarcoat it,
is
please.
going...
You want to have control of the company again. Apparently there's nothing I can do about that. But just please drop the "I'm doing this for you, Ashley" act. So now what? You're getting 24-hour care for Mother, a nurse?
No, I'll be running the company from home.
You can't be serious.
Yes, I am.
Jack, you're going to shortchange both Chabot and Mother.
I have faced far more difficult situations. It's about confidence, Ashley. Luckily, I have enough for both of us.
You know, we should probably get back to the office.
Right, yeah.
Cold?
Well, it is December in Wisconsin.
No wonder you're not wearing these.
I didn't have time to grab them before we
Here,
left.
take mine.
I'm fine, really. I can just put my hands in my pockets.
Come on, they're freezing. Freezing. Here. So better?
Next on The Young and the Restless.
The authorities are sending an official over to meet with you personally about the audit anomalies.
It won't be long before the truth comes out and Victor discovers what you did.
Oh, great. You're home.
Ooh.